Hi guys, this is Mrs. Lyons. Our last lesson for this unit is on percent composition. And when we talk about percent composition, we're talking about how much of the total of a compound is made up of one part. So for example, if we said, a practical example, we said that our chemistry class has 8 boys and 13 girls in it. Okay, and I wanted to know what is the percentage of boys and the percentage of girls. Okay, what we would do is we would add up the number of boys plus the number of girls to get our total number of students, so we'd have 21 students. And then to get the percentage of each, so for example, girls make up, we have 13. So if we have 13 girls, we would take 13 divided by 21, then we multiply by 100 to get it into a whole number. Let me plug that into my calculator. (13) divided by 21 times 100 is 61.90% girls. I could do the same thing with boys. I could say I have 8 boys out of a total of 21. So 8 divided by 21 is, times 100 is 38.10. So our class is 61.9% girls, 38.1% boys. Okay, so this book should look relatively familiar and relatively easy. When we want to calculate the percent composition of a compound, what we do first is we take the molar mass of that compound. So we figure out how much carbon, how much oxygen, in this example, is in the compound. So for this example, we know we have 1 carbon. If we look at our periodic table, we know that carbon is 12.01 grams. Here we also know we have 2 oxygen times 16 grams. So we're going to add up 12.01 plus 32. That's going to give us 44.01 grams per mole for a molar mass. Now, if I want to know the percent of carbon in this compound, I'm going to take my total carbon, so 12.01, and I'm going to divide it by my total mass, 44.01 times 100. And that's going to tell me that I have 27.29% carbon in this carbon dioxide. I can do the oxygen, and if I do that, I'm going to take, now don't take 16, you want to take the whole, the mass of all of the oxygen. So we're going to take 32 divided by 44.01 times 100. Plug that into my calculator. 32 divided by 44.01 times 100. My compound is 72.71% oxygen. Now, if I want to check this, what's a quick and easy way I can check to see if my math is right? If I add up my percentages, they should come out to be extremely close to 100. In fact, if I add up these two percentages, I get 100.000745. So there may be a little bit off in the way out decimals, but it should come out to be really close to 100. Let's do one more example. So in this problem, and here's the thing, you want to make sure and read the problem so you don't do more work than you have to. We want to know the percentage composition of nitrogen in NH3. So we're always going to have to do the molar mass. So in this case, we have 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogen. Okay, if we look at our periodic table, nitrogen has a mass of 14.01. Hydrogen has a mass of 1.01. So that gives us 14.01 plus 3.03, so 17.04 grams per mole. Now it only asks me to figure out nitrogen, so I'm just going to look here at my nitrogen. Nitrogen is 14.01 divided by total 17.04 times 100. Whoops. If I do that math, I come up with 82.21% of that compound is nitrogen. And that makes sense if you think about it. If you just look at these numbers, 14 of 17 grams is nitrogen. Okay, so those are some examples. We will work on more in class, so I will see you soon.